Hello, and welcome to the Metro MLS Coffee Break webinar reviewing the Quick Launch Bar in Flex MLS. So the Quick Launch Bar, and you probably didn't pay much attention, you saw it, but you really didn't pay much attention to it or wonder what it is this bar that you see right here where my cursor's flashing. It's right located up here at the upper left-hand side of your screen to the right of the MLS WIS with the little state of Wisconsin. So it's got a little search icon in there for the magnifying glass where you can search an address, a city, a zip, MLS number, or a contact. So the Quick Launch Bar is kind of like a multi-purpose search bar. You can use it to access any recent searches, like draft searches. You'll get the last 5 draft searches that you've performed, any saved searches, saved contacts, saved CMAs, and you can also create basic listing searches. All right, so just to do a basic search, just to kind of get you warmed up here. And also there's a lot you can do with this, so if you wanted a detailed guide on using this Quick Launch Bar, I'm just going to switch screens here. When you're at our home site, metromls.com, hover your mouse over Member Support, click on Flex MLS Manuals, and then locate the Quick Launch Guide, LMNOPQ, right here. This gives you a lot of examples and search screens, and then once you start using it on a regular basis, you won't look back. All right, I'm just going to switch my screens here. So here you can search by price, you can search by a status, you can search an area such as a municipality, a county, a zip code, by beds, baths, you can do radius searches. So I'm just going to show you a little bit of all of that. So if I wanted to search on a price, let's say I wanted to search on condominiums in the system between 200 and 300,000. Okay, so if I enter in 200, 300K, this is searching on strictly price. I can choose a property type from here to search on. Notice I haven't added in an area or anything like that. This will always be single family, 2-family vacant land. If I were just to hit enter here at this field, it would be the assumed property type would be single family. The assumed status is active. So whatever information that you type here, if you just hit enter and not select anything down here, or you don't specify it here, the assumed property type is always single family. The assumed status is always active. All right, but I want to do condominiums, so I'm going to back up a little bit and I'm going to type in condominiums, comma, 200 to 300,000. So this way I can simply just look at that, and those are all the condominiums listed in Flex MLS in that price range. Now if I wanted to add a status, maybe I want to see what's pending in that price range, I'm just going to click my mouse up here and I'm just going to add in a status of pending, comma, space. So now condominiums that are a status of pending with the list price 200, 300, and click that open that way. So there they are. Okay. Maybe I'd like to see condominiums in a certain area, municipality, a zip code. So I'm going to add in a zip code here. So I'm going to click my mouse back up in here, and I'm going to add in the 53202, 53202, comma. And I don't think it really matters where you plug in the string. I just happen to, like things in a certain order, so that's why I'm always putting it like that. All right, so there it is, condominiums, list price 200 to 300,000, pending status in this zip code. Now as it's popping down here, you'll notice that I have a new tab option here. This is helpful if you happen to be working on something and you don't want to lose this screen, and maybe you get a call from a customer to look up a particular list number and address. Once you pop it up here, you can open it up in a new tab by clicking the new tab button, and then it opens up that search results in a new tab here without you losing your previous tab that you were working on. So you can kind of toggle back and forth between the two if you need to. But there they are for that zip code. I'm just going to close this option here. Alrighty, so that's combining that, and if you decided that you wanted to make it single family or whatever you wanted to, you could. Alright, so now I'm going to add bedrooms and bathrooms in here. So again, I always like the price last. I have no idea. Let's say I wanted to search on 2 to 3 bedrooms, BR, so I'll type in 2 to 3 BR, comma, space, 1 to 2 BA for bathrooms and a comma space. So there it is right there, 1 to 2 bathrooms, 2 to 3 bedrooms for that list price, status of pending, and in that zip code. And there you go. All right. So basically you're just typing in what it is that you want to look for and separating each term with a comma. Isn't that cool? All right. All right, I'm going to get rid of this and I'm going to show you searching by a particular area. Now, if you search an area, for example, I'm just going to put in 150 to 200K in Sheboygan. Now, typing in here, the assumption is that it's municipality. If you've got a county and a municipality of the same name, you want to enter in county of Sheboygan or county of Milwaukee or county of Waukesha, whatever it is that you want. Otherwise, the assumption that is it's municipality. All right. So here it's showing me single family properties for this price range in Sheboygan. All right. Alrighty, I'm going to get rid of that, refresh my screen. I'm going to show you how to do a radius search. Now you can do radius searches in radius of a specific list number or an address. So one of the ways that you can do a radius search is using the string near. So if I go near, and let's say I happen to find my seller's property listed under a previous list number and I want to do a radius search around that previous list number. So I'll enter in the list number here. So I'll enter in 1569809. All right, so I want to look for single family properties that are in a 2-mile radius of that list number. Near equals 2 miles. So I'll select single family. There are the properties, and then when I hit map, ooh, that didn't work out. Let's try this again. Near, enter, and sometimes it gets goofy like this. Oh, let me just pop that right out. I make sure that I typed it right. NEAR space 1569089. I think I might have put the list number in wrong. There it is. I put the list number in wrong. That was my fault. So there, 2 miles from this MLS number, and I'll left click it. Alrighty, so now if I go to map, I won't be getting that whole state of Wisconsin thing. There it is right there. I had misentered in the information there. So that's a learning opportunity. If something comes up and it's like, ooh, what is that? Just make sure that you've got everything typed in or just retype it to refresh it. So that's 2-mile radius from that list number. Okay, let's say I wanted to do a 2-mile radius from an address. I'm going to clear this out. And then I'm going to type in near an address, 7404 Watson, Avenue. That's here in Wauwatosa, WI. So you can see right here. And there it is. So we go to the map. There's the radius. And just to kind of show you, I'll plot that address on the map using the locate address pin down here just to show you it's in the radius in case we have any doubters out there. And Wauwatosa, WI, enter. And there it is. There's that address and our 2-mile radius around it. Okay. Now you can also do a specific number of miles. So let me clear this search out and refresh my screen. So let's say if I wanted to do 1 mile from a particular list number. I'll go 1 mile from 1559202. We'll do it from single family properties. And there it is. And if I go to map, there's your mile, so that's an east side property. Let's say I wanted to do a certain miles from an address. I'll clear this out, refresh my screen, and you don't have to do this. I'm just kind of doing it just to give you guys a clean slate. Let's say I wanted to go 2 miles from, and I'll do our address, 11430 West North Avenue, Wauwatosa, WI. I'll choose single family. And there we have the active properties, single family, 2 miles from the office. You guys know where we are. Okay, so everything I was doing in here is basically like combining search criteria. So whatever it is, just whatever it is that you want to look for, type it up there. So let's say if I wanted to do sold, just to show you a sold 400 to 500K in Shaniqua, 4 bedrooms, minimum 4 bedrooms. All right, so as you can see here, there it is. Unfortunately, you can't do dates up in here, so if you do search on sold properties and you need to limit it by a date range, once it's pulled it up for you, simply click on edit search, and then I usually go to full search by clicking the link here and then to the dates tab, and then oops, dates tab. Why won't you let me do that? Well, normally it works, so I probably need to do some housekeeping on this machine. But when you go to the dates tab, you can enter in your sold date range for that search and then view your results. This will conclude our coffee break webinar for review of the Quick Launch Bar.